Hello, how y'all doing? Crickey Joe here, and we are on a new map. I got a message from Jamie Federal on one of my YouTube videos the other day that he said he was glad that I liked his Salem, South Dakota map, and he asked me whether or not I had tried his East River, West River map based on Salem, South, or based on the whole state of South Dakota, and I said that I had not tried it because it is a 16 times map and I wasn't sure if it would run on my laptop, so I have tested it out a little bit this week and it seems to run okay. Now I'm going to try doing some recording with Fraps to see if the map will work well with me recording as well. So this map is a 16 times map. The original Salem, South Dakota map basically was, we had started in this area on Federal Farm, and it was basically a map about the size of, oh, I don't know. The center section here was the Salem, South Dakota map. So basically this is the Salem, South Dakota map on steroids. 16 times maps means it's bigger than the Hagenstedt map 16 times. So it is huge, and I have driven around all four corners of the map, and it does take a long time to get around. Now some people have made comments that this map is not as detailed as some, and that's true. But it is a nice map, and I do like the style of this map. I sold all the fields. We had fields here, 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 over here, down here. We had I think the pigs. No, that's not right. Is this the pigs or sheep? I can't remember now right off the top of my head. Sheep are over here maybe, and the pigs are over here. The chickens are way up in this area. But we start on the McGregor farm this time on this map instead of the Federal farm. This is the dairy farm. So I have sold most of the vehicles that we started with. I've kept a few things that we will need, like the forage harvester, the feed mixer, the lizard trailer that also carries mixed rations, and I sold everything else. And I sold the fields that were outlying, except for this field here, which is section 34, which includes two fields, one in corn, one in soybean. So we will start here at the dairy farm, which is number 4, and field area number 34, which is these two fields. And we will purchase fields as we go. So that selling all the fields and equipment has given me just over $9 million. You start out with $250,000, I believe it was. And another thing too, let me go to the purchase screen. You start out with animals on this farm already. 250 cattle, 1,000 sheep, and 5,000 chickens. You start out with those quantities. We're going to concentrate first off on the dairy cows. We're not going to worry about the sheep or the chickens right now. They're so far away from the farm we're at that we'll worry about them as we get around those areas. So right now, dairy cattle will be our focus. So right now, we've got two fields ready, one in soybeans and one in corn. So we're going to need a harvester, and I do have the Add Multi-Fruits mod installed so that every harvester should be able to harvest the multi-fruits. And this is a North American farm based in South Dakota, so we are going to be using North American equipment on this map. Now I'm not sure, since we have so much money, I guess we could go ahead and get the in-game harvesters that were added with the titanium pack, the Case IH axial flows. And I don't think we need to get the biggest one yet, the 9230. We could, but I think I'm going to start with the 7130, just a little bit smaller. So we'll get one of those, and we will get the 3020 cutter, the smallest cutter that came with that pack. And let's get him started on the field. Let me find him real quick. Oh, wrong one. Let me get rid of that for a minute. I gotta reset him back to the farm. And this one does have a reset point right at the dairy farm, so that's handy instead of having to drive all the way over. So we drop into place there. And let's get this guy hooked up so we can get him started on the soybeans. We'll start with the soybeans first. I did set up a couple courses as I was testing this map out, just for the soybean field so far, because I haven't messed with the corn yet. So, get this guy over. Actually, I think we can cut down through this pasture in between the trees along the side of our long driveway. If you look up there to the center of the screen on the horizon, you can see the water tower and the skyscrapers in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, which is on the eastern, is that right? The eastern portion of this map. And then Salem, South Dakota is back the other direction, towards that direction, on the western side of the map. So we do have two cities or towns in this map. And we do have a couple interstates, just like on the Salem, South Dakota map. And I did have to do some running around and testing out how to get to some of the cell points. Not all of them yet, but like the east and west Cargill, Cargill east and Cargill west, I've tried to figure out the best route to get there based on what I would do. So I have figured that out. Haven't gone and figured out where all the cell points are yet. Alright, so this driveway takes us out to the main road, main dirt road, country road. And the corn on our right is ours, and then up ahead you'll see a really thin green line that breaks the field up between corn and soybeans. So let's get inside here. So it's nice that we can start off with enough money to get some nicer equipment, and we will get the larger combines once we get more fields purchased. So this episode will be basically just getting the soybean harvest started. Maybe I don't know how long I'll make this video, but we will get started. I told him I would give it a try, so I'm a man of my word, and I will do that. And I like his style of map. Although not detailed in many ways compared to other maps, it is still a nice map. And I like the feel of his maps. They feel a lot more natural in the way that they are laid out. Alright, so let's go around the front here. I'm going to set up the auto combine on this combine with a little bit of lag there. So let me turn that on. And we need to widen that out a little. And circular, so he should be ready to roll. See if it works out for him. Alright, so he does accept the soybeans. I did find out that in testing this map on this soybean field that the in-game titanium pack overloader or grain cart, the horse, doesn't unload the multi-fruits for some reason, at least in my game. So right now, let him go on ahead. Now the soybeans fill up really quickly, so we need to get a tractor and an overloader. So I'm not sure. I think we'll go ahead and go with one of the new titanium pack tractors. Let's see, the Case Puma is a 203 horsepower. This one has 389 horsepower. I think we'll go ahead and get the Case IH Magnum 340 with the dual wheels. And I have to go to mods for grain carts. And I did find that in this one I can use either the AgriLiner TUW20 or this Horse UW160. That's 19,000 liters. But I think I'm going to go with the AgriLiner because it holds a little bit more. So we'll get that. And then we need to get a Cornhusker 800 trailer for the field. And as far as semis go, I think I have those Peterbilt day calves here in my mods in my tractor file. I think. Yes, we have the white one with chrome. Or the blue one without. Yeah, we'll get the white one. Haven't tried that one out yet, so we'll try that. So he's probably sitting there full. So let's reset our semi and our trailer and our grain cart and our tractor. And then I want to start off the everything falls from the sky. Actually, I want to start off the semi first and run through the trailer. I want to start with this guy first. I guess he's gray in color. Run him up here to hook up to this. I set up a course for him to line up on the field when I was testing it out. Just for the soybeans so far. I haven't done any courses for the corn field yet. I will do that off screen. I'll try to do all of my course play off screen as much as possible. At least I don't think I... Yeah, this is the game file, same game file. So this is the Peterbilt day cab. You can see out the back window on it. That's cool. Alrighty. Let's start heading him over to the field. Actually, I'll pull him around where he can catch his course. And send him out to the field. So he should go out there and turn around and line up on the side of the road so that the grain cart can unload on him. I'm going to drive through this fence. Ooh, a little speedy. So let's go ahead and load him up with Field 34 truck unload to silo. And let's put him on maximum speed. I want him to go a little bit slow on the road. So I'm going to set him up for 25 miles per hour. And he should drive on at 100%. I don't really think it matters so much on that. He's going to do driver helper. And he'll probably go to the silo first. Let's see what he does. He should follow the course. Let's see if this course is going to work out. Okay, I did run through it a few times to test it out, and it did work before, so not a bad looking truck. Go ahead and let him run through the silo. Now we do have silos over here. Let me jump out and let him go. But we don't have silos for everything. We have silos for oats, soybean, sunflower, wheat. Here he comes. Corn. I think that's it. So we don't have barley and canola storage over here that I've seen yet. So we'll have to plan around that on this area farm. There are other farms that have other silos as well that will store other things too. So, alright, so where is he at? Let's jump over here. Sorry for the tabbing. He's going out to the field. Let's go ahead and get in our tractor, get our grain cart hooked up. I'm going to do this American style with grain cart overloading to a semi-trailer instead of taking tractors and tippers to the sell points and the silos. Okay, so I'm going to open the tarp on that and roll it back, get in the cab, and take him out to the field. The truck should already be almost out there. Oh, there he goes. He's going down the driveway right now. So we'll just fall in behind him. Make sure he makes it to the parking point okay. we still have 8.3 million in the bank. And we've got some pretty nice equipment to get started. Now he should go down to the semi should go down to the end of the road towards the field next to us, where he should park. We're actually right past the driveway of this field. So okay, he has reached his waiting point, so he will wait there. And we will pull this tractor into the field. And set him up to unload the combine. I have that as field 34 overloader. And set that on combi mode. No. Gotta set it to overloader. And then set up our combine. And should be good. He may try to run the course though. Actually, let's get up here closer to the starting point. I might have to take him to the end point actually to get him to go unload the combine. Is he going to do it? Doesn't look like it, does it? Well, let me take him back to the end point and he should go to the combine from there. Sorry, soybeans, I'm running you over. Let's see here, where is the end point? Right over there. Okay, so I should be able to set him up right over here. There he goes. He's going to drive behind the combine. Now he will run into the ditch initially on this first round because it's right next to the edge of the field. And the soybeans, they filled the combine up fast. I think you go around I think you unload the combine about 3 or 4 times before you actually get around the first round on this field, which is weird. I don't know anything about soybeans, never grew them on the farm growing up, so I don't know what the yield is for them. But it seems massive on this map. Alright, so he should line up here. Unload the soybeans. There he goes. See, he's tipping into the ditch a little. That's alright. So I wonder where the closest grass field is to us. Field 16, right across the road. That is grass, so I wonder how much it costs. Go look in the bag of Hagenstedt. That was what, field 16. $403,000. Let's go ahead and buy that grass field. That way I can, off camera for next episode, I can go ahead and set up a course play on a mower. Okay, so he should be going back to the end point. So let's jump in the combine. Just to make sure he is going to turn correctly. So yeah, I have to give credit to Jamie Federal for a massive map that has tons of opportunity for farming. Multiplayer, this map, you could probably have a 10-player multiplayer game and hardly ever run into each other or see each other on this map. It's so large. You can do things other than farming on this map. I've been watching a few videos this week on this map. Gold mining. You can pick up asphalt to repair the interstate, which is just on this other side of the farm here. You can pick up sand. You can sell logs. I'm trying to think what else I've seen. Coal. Numerous different things. And actually, the fruits are listed. And actually, I do have oats and onions and carrots loaded in my mod file. They show up on here, but you cannot. I don't believe you can do those two crops on this map. So I can't see all the fruit types because the list is longer than what will show up here, I guess. So, but there are tons of things you can do. He's just on the second side of this field from turning the first corner. He's almost full again already. So this field will take a while. It's a pretty good sized field. And if you look at the map, it's this field here. And I can only imagine what this field must look like down here, field number 102. I haven't been down there to look at that yet. Of course, field 65 is just a grass area with the airport and stuff up here. But field 102, 104, 105, you know, all down in this area, must just be massive. The tractor is on its way. So I guess we could go ahead and purchase a pickup. Go ahead and get the F350. And we'll just drive him back from the dealer. So I'm not getting a great frame rate, but I'm not getting a terrible frame rate on this map, even though it's a 16 times map. I think because the detail level is low, and I'm not saying that to dog on the map in any way, because I like the size of the fields, the shapes of the fields. I like the whole idea of this landscape. I thought the Salem, South Dakota map, the 4 times map, was big. This one is just massive. Just make sure this guy unloads properly again. I may just jump over to him to make sure that he will unload on the truck properly. Gets pretty close to that header, doesn't he? Okay, he's at 94%. We'll just go ahead and have him drive that course now. Just to double check that he unloads properly and stops at the right point. And by the time he unloads on the semi-truck, the combine will be sitting and waiting on him again. It just doesn't take any time at all for that combine to get full, or any combine to get full on this map. Alright, so I set this course up for him to come over here to the start point, go down the inside of the field to this far corner where there's a driveway, then come down the road and line up with the semi-truck, and then come back into the field with this driveway over here. So it's basically like a loop. So right now he's going to drive over all the way over here, then drive down the field. It's not that efficient. I know I should have maybe made the start point closer to the center of the field. I can always redo it. There's Federal Farm in the distance, isn't it? No, that's Beast Farm. Federal Farm would be straight down that way somewhere. Okay, now he should to the start point and then come back around to the semi. So I'll just shut up for a minute because I feel like I'm talking like an idiot. So I will be doing the season on this map, as well as the Serbian map for a little while. I just take my time on this map also. I don't care if it takes 100 episodes. I just want to kind of advertise what the map looks like. People that haven't checked it out maybe may want to go check it out and download it. I downloaded this from American Eagles Modding, and that's a site where you do have to register. It's free to register. You can't download the map unless you do register. And there are, for this multi-fruit map, I think you can get in a standard fruit map and a multi-fruit map version of this. There are certain mods that you have to also download for this multi-fruit map. Now, I did not download the Case IH Harvester, multi-fruit harvester that was suggested on the American Eagles modding site. And I think it actually directs you to Jamie's site for the download. So let's see if this guy stops and puts his pipe out. So far so good. Okay. He's supposed to put that down. I'm going to lower that for him. So that is working well. Just make sure he goes back into the field properly. See the soybeans going into the trailer. Can't see it there, but alright, so he should be about done, and he should go back into the field and pick up the combine again. Back to the combine, which is over here. He didn't even make it to the next corner before he was full again. So we're going to get a lot of soybeans off of this. So let's jump over to the F350. And here is the dealer, just like in the Salem, South Dakota map. He has added some vehicles and equipment over here for more variety. And the federal farm is still down the same road. This is still the same, although the directions are flipped. North is south and south is north and east is west and west is east on this map compared to the Salem, South Dakota map. So that's going to take a little getting used to. Alright, so let's head this way. We'll head back to the farm. Actually, we'll head this way. We'll head past Federal Farm and Jesse's farm in this direction. So you can see that this is still the same. A few minor changes to this area, but one thing I have noticed on the highways and roads, they don't bump as much when you get onto this main highway from the side roads. So I think he did some work on smoothing out that transition. One thing he has added are these maps. So let me pull up here a little closer. You can see Joe Foss Airport straight ahead, Sioux Falls City, John Morrell Chicken Farm, Golf Course, and the SF Quarry. Sioux Falls Quarry, I guess that would stand for. So he has added some road signs to help you get around this map, and you do need that. I'll open up the map too so you can kind of see. I think one of these, the zoom in or the zoom out, I don't remember which one, it doesn't work that well. And if you see here, the dairy farm has a sign, so you know to turn right here to go back to the dairy farm, but I'm going to go past that. There's Jesse's farm with the round barn, like in the Salem, South Dakota map. So this area is the same. We don't start at this area this time, which actually makes it a little more convenient if you think about running the dairy up on the McGregor farm, which is straight across that way. Makes it easier for me to do the dairy operation. I'm not as much into the sheep like we would have here. Well, he added too, here's some grain bags. You dump crops in there and they fill up. And there's good old Federal Farm where we played a little bit on the Salem, South Dakota map. He added some more details here in the flowers and grass and stuff too, which is kind of cool. And there's the wheat field that you start in Salem, South Dakota. So we'll go up here to the next corner and turn right. Straight ahead is Sioux Falls, and this should take us right back to field 34. You can see the beast farm ahead on the right. I should have also picked up a fuel trailer. I wish that they would make a fuel barrel that could be put in the back of a pickup. As in Kansas, that's the way you would haul your fuel around, in the back bed of your pickup. Usually you'd have a metal diesel tank right up against the front of the bed, right behind the back windows of the cab, with either an electric pump or a hand pump. That way you didn't have to have a trailer, you just had a fuel tank, fuel barrel right in the back of your truck. So here we are at the corner, and there is our soybean field. Oop. And to the right here is a swampy area. Oh, there comes the milk truck. Hello. So we'll park, I think there's a driveway up here into this other field we can just park in somewhere. I know there's a gate up here somewhere. Right here. So we'll just park right in this driveway. Alright. So not much will be happening in this first episode. Just getting the soybeans started. And I will do my best to play some off screen during the week, but I do work full time plus overtime sometimes. So I'm just real tired during the weeknights. And really the only real opportunity I get to play is during the weekends. Let's see how we're doing here. He's unloading. So, yeah, this soybean field will take quite a while. And I kept the Krone big, what is it, the Big X1000 to do the cornfield over here. This cornfield is interesting because it has, if you see the green line right here, it is like an escarpment or a raised area. And then this is the lower area of the cornfield. I guess we can run over there and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So it is a neat feature and right in the middle of that field. So course play may not work well with that field as far as cultivating and seeding and all that good stuff. Yeah, I have to run through the corn to show you. It was always creepy running through the corn as a kid. You get lost in the middle of it and not know which direction you're going. So we should come out of this corn right to the edge of this escarpment or raised area. I don't know if that's a proper word for it or not. Right here. This is right in the middle of the field. Gotta jump up here to get over it. And then the higher portion of the field, there's the farm over there. There's a higher section to this field and a lower section. And I believe around the edges it does reconnect. But it kind of gives you a little bit of variety, a little bit of an elevation variation, which is cool. Yeah, I think if we go around this side over here, it should start to gradually come back to the same level at the end. Maybe. Yeah, right down here at the end of it. So the upper and lower section of that field. Okay, so he's going to go and finish filling. So let me look at my watch. We've gone about 35, a little over 35 minutes, according to my stopwatch. So we'll go just a little bit longer before we end this episode. I know I haven't shown you a lot of this map yet, but it would take probably 2 full episodes just to drive everywhere to show you everything on this map. It's got a lot of variety. I like his maps, so I told him I would check it out and give it a try if it worked on my computer, so I'm going to do that. So Jamie, here is your look from me at your East River, West River map, and I hope I do a good job of playing it. I do like your work, so hope I do a good job of farming your baby, I guess. Alright, so he should be going to the truck to unload. The combine will be full again very shortly. It is at 90% right now. He should start up again and completely fill up. So yeah, we haven't made it around this field once yet. So it does, soybeans will take a while. So I can only imagine on one of those larger fields down south of here across the reservoir. I can only imagine trying to use one combine on those fields. I may end up getting 2 combines before next time, just to speed things up, and I'll reset the overloader grain cart. We call them grain carts. I get used to calling them overloaders because that's what they call them in the course play, and that's not the term that we use here. We call them grain carts, grain wagons. Alright, let me check on this guy. I do like these new Case IH's combines and tractors from the Titanium Pack. They're stable. They're nice. Excuse me, I had to cough. So, looks like there's soybeans across the road over here too. I'm not sure, I haven't tested out yet whether or not we can actually just cut those and then sell them. But I would rather own the field before I harvest them. I think on this map you can consider it custom cutting. Custom cutting is basically you get hired to harvest somebody else's crops and you get paid for it. We used to do a little bit of that when I was a kid. I remember earning a few $100s by cutting, maybe 20, 40 acres when I was a kid. My dad knew a guy that needed his wheat cut, and he said, well, why don't you let the boys do it? We were pretty young. Pay them to do it. They can use my equipment. So we did. Wasn't very much, just 20 to 40 acres of wheat. Didn't take long. We made a few $100s for less than a day's work. Right in the middle of the trailer. Let's see. You should be going back. Okay. I'm going to jump in here and see what level we're at. We're at 62%. Not a bad looking truck. So I haven't tested out. I know in the Salem, South Dakota map, I could never get the fuel trailer to fill up with fuel, so I will test that out. I'll buy one and go to a fuel. Actually, we can do that now. Go ahead and buy the mobile fuel tank. We'll reset that back to the farm. Get in our Ford F350. Go hook up to that, and we'll see if we can't see if we can't fill it with fuel at the fuel tanks on the farm. I never could on the Salem, South Dakota map, and hopefully that's not the case on this one. Let's roll over to the fuel tanks. I wish I had a steering wheel for this game. I haven't looked into that yet. I don't know if there's a... Yeah, here's fuel. Pull up next to it and see. A little bit further. Okay, it doesn't say anything. I think that's just to refuel the truck. Yeah. It doesn't show up on... So I don't... Let me try going around a different direction. Whoa. Let me try this, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I can refuel the trailer. Still can't. Okay. Unless it's just this pickup. Let me pull this out of the way real quick. I'll test that out off camera so you don't have to sit here and watch me do that. Let's check on this guy. Okay, he's still sitting, so where's my tractor? Oop, wrong one. And why are you sitting here waiting? Alright, let's go ahead and unload them ourselves. Just go down here and get him. Back up. I'll just pull him up right here real quick and see if he'll... Yeah, he wants to go back to the beginning, so let's go ahead and unload this guy. So I may still have to do some babysitting with the grain cart, which is fine. First play isn't 100% all the time. have much else going on right now anyway, so let him do his thing. And you, I guess, want to drive the course, but the combine will be in your way. So go ahead and bring you around here. If you want to go unload, I'll let you unload. Here, do your business. So, I think we'll call that an episode for today. So, episode 1 of the East River, West River map by Jamie Federal. We will be playing this. I don't know, I might try to get 2 episodes out this weekend. I only do my recording on the weekends, and I do have family time also, and I don't like to spend all my time playing this game on the weekends. So, we will catch y'all again next time. Hope everyone is well, and hope everyone's having fun watching this new series. So take care. We'll catch you later.